work and starts working effectively from 1st of November. Comrade Adeniran, even though you said your nickname is Oba, I don't know which Oba you are. I want to thank you very much. Just like what you have said, the Neighborhood Corps Agency is going to recruit, in addition to those who are qualified, who are also neighborhood watchers now, additional maybe 5,000 neighborhood watchers across all our local governments. And the payment of their salaries will be done by us. And like we agreed yesterday, the entrance level will be 25,000 per month. We want to create dignity of labor with those who will be watching over us, so that when we are sleeping, they are so comfortable that we'll be able to do much. So it's going to be something attractive to graduates, and then we'll make sure that allowances, in addition to the basic, allows them to do the work efficiently. So the youth, I'm ready to partner with all of you. And also, like you made mention in terms of Employment Trust Fund, we'll make sure that you are involved in the whole process as we proceed. Honorable Jide Jimo, thank you for your comments. And we also asked that we should do the new bus shelter that we did in TBS in Oyinbo. But like you said, you know, we have to do it one after the other. TBS was more or less like a pilot study, and it came out very well. The same thing is being done at Ojodubaga. They will do the same thing as we finish it. So that's why I want to go to Yaba and then move forward in the course of next year to other senatorial zones, including Oyinbo that you have said. Mr. Tunde Oduse, I'm really sorry. I have not read your letter, but I can know how you are feeling, that you were ill-treated by a commissioner. It's not in our DNA, but I'll look at what the complaint is, and I'll like to get back to you. I don't know what to say to Mrs. Alabi. So since you say you want to be a sports coach, so be it. So SA Sports, you get her across so that we give her the employment immediately. Our father, I want to say another big thank you to Prince Olusi. I want to say that for him to have actually even stood up to say is one of my testimonials, so to speak, because the road that he has spoken about, which is the Sanusi Olusi Street, is one of the 114 roads that we have just completed. So thank you so much for being a living testimony. And then I also take all the comments on the 1% special status that has been talked about. To Chief Bewaji Kuku, you know, I like your frankness. You remember when I met her and she bombarded me too many questions, and at the end of the day I ran away. But again, today I'm not running. So, you know what we experience in Dolphin, a lot has been done in Dolphin. What we experience is more or less like flash floods. But again, like you have mentioned it now, we go back there and see really how to solve the problem. The one of patronage, I have no choice. I have to give contractors living in a particular area the contract. And as Christmas is coming, please, we have to give you contract. So job in her name or in her business name, or both of them. Thank you very much.
morning is Sister Jane Onyineri, the principal of Pacheli.
We sent 2 groups of people to come and check the flood in Pacheli School for the blind. Please, we need your help so that we will not be carried by the flood. We are appealing for a 32-seater coastal bus so that it will be conveyed for our students to go for events, because the one we have stops on the way and it always makes us go late for events. We want you to be assured of our prayers that the blind children really love you as you are dedicating everything and your heart is always with us. We appreciate you and we thank you. May God continue to bless you.
Into different parts. Majority of the questions asked in this particular section is about roads. So we will allow the officials of Ministry of Works to respond. The ones that relate to schools, officials of Ministry of Education will talk. So that's the way we want to do it. So we are here with the full team. Nisuru. Don't worry, Nisuru. First, to thank my sister from Pasali School of the Blind and also Master Kelechi. Thank you for what you have said. We also want to reiterate the fact that everybody living with disability must be given equal opportunity just like every other person, and then we'll make sure that everything in the law is what we implement to ensure that there's sustained support, not necessarily from the government alone, but structured support to people living with disabilities, and that's the way to go. I'm going to also later call on the Environment Ministry to talk about the activities that they have been doing in the last few weeks that relate to flooding and all the actions we're trying to take to mitigate what we technically now call maybe flash floods all over Lagos, as you can see. But generally, you will see that if you actually situate the volume of rain that has been falling against our responses, I think there's been a lot of progress and improvement in flood control. But we also continue to plead with all Lagosians that we must not be putting our refuse in the drains, because those are the things that actually lead to drainage blockage and all that. But I will come to that. In respect of the coastal bus, they do the letter to us, and then we look at it and do the needful and the support we need to give. Pastor Oyebode, I thank you so much for those questions and the streets that you have itemized. The ministry will respond to you. Also the same thing with Jimo Olawale. Same set of issues. The one on school, the Deputy Governor will respond to that. Same as Alhaji Ibrahim. Then Mama Alimot Mudashiru. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ ni mo ti gbọ́. Títí tẹ́ sọ pé a máa ṣe ní Wúrọ̀lá road, a máa bá yín wò náà. Ẹ rọ́wọ́ mi, ẹ má worry. Mr. Rotimi, same thing, they will respond to that. And also, Alaja Olukoga, they will respond the same way. Professional women in APC. Maybe I wasn't able to see the documents that you sent. So try and help me send it through the ESCO Secretariat in Acme. I will get it directly and I will treat it. So I will yield to first Minister of the Environment, then Minister of Works, and then Education.
Senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, members of cabinet, our party leaders, cabinet sir. Sir, before I go further, I want to seek for your permission that I will speak in Yoruba so that we can all hear this. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa àtàwọn ìyá wa o, Èkó àdúgbò dájú báyìí lọ. Àwọn ọ̀gá wa wọ́n ní kí n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí gbogbo nǹkan tá a ti gbé ṣe lórí ètò ìmọ́tótó àyíká wa àti ti ọ̀gbàrá. Tẹ́ ẹ bá rí bí Ọlọ́run ṣe dá Èkó etí omi la wà. Àwọn ìgbómìdànù tó tóbi tá à ń pè ní canal wọ́n lé nígbà ní Èkó bíi 200 and something ni wọ́n. So ní ìlú ìyàmọ̀gbá láti bójútó wọn, a dẹ̀ ní ètò láti bójútó wọn. Kí òjò tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní nǹkan bíi December sí January àti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó wọn. Tí òjò bá tún dé, a tún máa kó wọn náà ni. Tí òjò bá tún lọ tó wá December again, a tún kó wọn náà ni. Bọ̀ǹkọ̀kan la fẹ́ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé ìgbà ẹ̀rùn àti ìgbà òjò ó ti yàtọ̀. Òjò tó ń rọ̀ sí ìkan rọ̀ ní Ọ̀ṣun state, wọn ò rí rẹ̀ ìgbà tó ti rú ẹ̀gbẹ́ ní 50 ọdún sẹ́yìn. Ó rọ̀ tó yẹ pé ó gba gbogbo ọ̀nà kan bẹ̀. Ó ń débì náà, eléyìí tó rọ̀ bíi Sunday jẹta àbíjẹrin. Ẹmọ̀gbà tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ẹmọ̀gbà tó tún dá, ó dẹ̀ pọ̀ díẹ̀. Bọ̀ǹkan tó mi fẹ́ sọ ní bíbá ni pé kò sí ìpínlẹ̀ tó ń náwó tó ìbójútó àti jẹ́ kí ìgbómìdànù wa kó jáde ere. À ń náwó sí i. Bọ̀ èyí tí àwọn aráàlú ṣe tó pọ̀ jù ni mo fẹ́ sọ ní pàtó.
You will see the conductors moving back to site. Mama did mention about gas park, Coca-Cola, SCDA. She mentioned about Oshore Road and gas park online in the Trinidad local government. Well, that is
to see the contractor moving to site. Also, LA School, Agbowa, we are going to look at that fence, and I'm sure there is a fence there, but maybe part of it had given way. We are going to go and see what we can do, and by the grace of God, we are going to see us attending to that. And apart from this, I would like just to reassure all of us that His Excellency the Governor, in the last few weeks, approved that a total sum of 10 billion naira be assigned to renovation, new constructions, and by the grace of God, in the first week of November, you are going to see us breaking ground on the new model schools that His Excellency the Governor have just given us approval to go on to do for the people of Lagos State. Indeed, all of us in the Ministry of Education is a new dawn as far as the issue of renovation, construction of benches and chairs, and all other things that will make not only the students to be happy, but of course those teaching within the school system. We thank you so much for your patience. For those that are not yet in your domain, be rest assured that in the second phase of the renovation and rehabilitation that we are going to do, we are going to be in your domain. We thank you so much for your understanding. Thank you and God bless.
And in the meantime, we just...
àwọn ìwé kan ó lọ káàkiri kí a lè kọ́ ìjọ̀kan ẹ má bínú ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
District, Senatorial District,